I thought the first half we were better. I liked the way we were sharing the ball. We had 16 assists on 19 buckets, something like that. We did a better job with the fouling. A lot of, we did a better job taking care of the ball. I'm talking about the first half with all this. So I was happy with the way we were playing. But overall, I'm gonna watch the tape before I pass judgment on tonight's game.
Is judgment a little trickier generally with the units, whether LeBron being out, Lonzo being out, if it's not necessarily what you're going to use? And how do you?
Yeah, but not with what we're looking for. We're looking for, the setting screens, the angles. I mean, things that no matter what the lineup is, we should be doing consistently. So I'll get a better look at it. But we did some nice things tonight. We did some things that there's some things we obviously got to do a lot better still.
What were you looking for with that all guards lineup in the second quarter?
Just to see how they looked running. I thought they did a nice job scrapping defensively. We kind of stood around too much offensively. So it's lineups like that can be dynamic, but we have to still penetrate into the paint, whether it's by cutting or passing or driving. That's where you create the shots for your teammates. So we haven't worked on that very much at all, with our time we've had. But I wanted to see a little bit of it and see how it looked. So it was fun to get a little bit of time with that.
With the roster you've got a lot of ability to do different things like that. How long do you think it's going to take before you feel confident in the certain group you have, or is there going to be a certain amount of time where you're going to be experimenting with a lot of stuff to kind of see what?
Yeah, I don't know what the time will be, but we're going to keep going to it. I'm very confident in our guys and their abilities, and I think with when Rondo's on the court and it's LeBron and him together, or one of them out there, then that stuff will get a lot. I'll be more confident in how well the execution will happen. But we're going to keep trying different ones and going, and eventually we'll be good with it.
If I'm recalling correctly, I don't think Rondo took a shot in the first half. Obviously, he's got the passing vision and ability. Do you need him sometimes to be more aggressive? Looking for his own shot.
Yeah, but he knows how to manage a game. He's been one of the best point guards in our league for years, and one of the smartest. So he knows what he's doing. And it felt like it was a little unorganized tonight. So I haven't talked to him about it yet. He knows we have the confidence in him to shoot whenever he's open. But it felt like he was just trying to get the team organized and get guys going a little bit tonight, which is totally fine.
Luke, you've had really young rosters your 2 years here. Are you having fun with some of the interaction with Rondo or just talking basketball on the sideline in practice? How's that been going?
Yeah, it's been great, but I like it with the young guys too. I tell people all the time, I have the best job in the world. I got to coach a game that I love, and we come into the gym every day and play basketball. So it's a different dynamic for sure. But young guys, vets, whatever they are, I treat them like men, and we have open conversations about what's going on. So it's different, but it's the same idea behind it.
There was that one play in the first half, I think, Lance inbounded to Ingram, who hit Zubac cutting for a dunk, and then you walked over and talked to Rondo, and you had a big smile on your face.
I remember in the first a play happened where Rondo was in the game and did something like that, and it wasn't the out of bounds play we drew up, but we got a dunk.
There was one where Rondo was on the sideline and you talked to him for a little bit right after a play. I was wondering if Rondo had anything to do with that play.
I don't recall that one, but I did tell. I remember telling LeBron that ATOs look a lot better when there's guys out there just making plays happen. But I don't remember that specific one.
Before the game, you talked about Rondo being really vocal on the bench last game and that you were going to miss that. Did you get anything similar from LeBron tonight?
From him being vocal?
Just like being vocal and like giving commentary as the game was going on.
Well, he sits at the end of the bench. Rondo sits right next to us, so we hear everything he says. I heard LeBron talking throughout the game, but I couldn't compare one to the other because the distance is much greater.
In the first half, was it a concerted effort from everyone to get Zubac involved? Because it just seemed like all the guys were feeding him.
Not from the coaching staff. We just, we want to play and we want to get guys the ball who are open. We say next open man, hit them, and it'll all work out if we have that mentality. Maybe the players on the court did, I don't know, but he had some, he had some good looks, and I know the guys are, they like playing with him, so they're probably trying to get him going.
What struck you about that little spurt at the end by Boban?
He's a really good basketball player. I've enjoyed watching him play from when I started coaching up in the Bay Area a few years back, and he's a talented, he's smart, he's physical, and he's obviously huge. He's 7'5". We had, I think, a 6'7" guy trying to guard him, and people were bouncing off of him. He's good. He's good.
It seemed like Bees' maybe most centered effort tonight, and just sort of he seemed a little more settled than other games. Did you?
I think his comfort level. It's always, that's why it takes time when you get to new teams and you're running new systems and it's new. There's a new vocab as far as what we call things. So I think he's starting to feel a little more comfortable in what we're doing, and when you feel comfortable in what you're doing, then you can just play basketball and you don't have to think as much. So I agree, he's been getting better and better, and I thought he was solid tonight.
What role do you expect him to play, once he plays at his best?
It'll be different, night in and night out, and we expect when he's out there playing, he's scoring, and he's a very gifted passer, and he likes to pass from what I've been able to tell so far. So we expect him to do what everyone else does, and that's make shots when you're open, make passes when other people are open, and give us effort on defense.
Last question.
With just 2 preseason games left, do you plan for the one in Vegas to try to approximate a regular season game in minutes, or what is it a different approach?
Well, first we got to, figure out is Zoe going to play, and then we'll kind of figure out we'll prioritize what we want to see in that game. But that hasn't been determined yet.